Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I speak about different topics in my channel, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Today I will be having a new case. We're going to be talking about hate crime. This is a new series that I started. It's basically crimes that are committed by people that do not like certain people, like the LGBT community, the transgender community, African American community. That's what I say when I mean hate crimes. Also, I am planning to start another series, but this series is kind of going to be a little bit different. I believe in ghosts. I don't know if you do. If you do, let me know in this video. I want to start a list of talking about different places that are haunted. I got this idea from TikTok. I just have not had the chance to write my list, so that is gonna be something that I want to be able to start talking about it. When I say that I'm talking about different topics in my channel, that's what I mean. So let's go ahead today with the new case. We're gonna be talking about Matthew Shepard. He was let me just tell you about him, and let's go ahead and get started. Matthew Shepard was born in 1976 in Jasper, Wyoming. He was the first of two sons born to Judy and Dennis Shepard. His younger brother Logan was born in 1991. The two brothers had a close relationship. Matthew was raised in the Episcopal denomination and had once served as an altar boy in the church. I've never heard of that religion. Have you heard of that religion? I don't even know if I said it right, but let's check. Google Translator. Episcopal. Never heard of that. He attended Creel Hills Elementary School, D. Morgan Junior High School, and Norton County High School for his freshman through junior years. As a child, he was friendly with all his classmates, but was targeted and teased due to his small status and lack of athleticism. He developed an interest in politics at an early age. That I could agree. I could have that. I could understand him because I was picked because of my small status. I'm 37 years old. I'm 4'10". I do not look my age. I look like I'm 18. I still look the same way that I looked in high school. Let me just tell you that. I was in the drill team, so I did have that. But it was still hard for me because I always got picked on. Don't do it now because I'm an adult and it's not gonna work out for you. During his high school years, Matthew moved with his family to Saudi Arabia when his father was hired by Saudi Arabia Aramco, a Saudi oil and natural gas company. With the family based in the Saudi Aramco Residential Camp in Durin, Shepard completed high school in Switzerland at the American School in Switzerland. There he participated in theater and took German and Italian courses. And in 1995, during a high school trip to Mecca, Shepard was abducted, beaten, and raped. This caused him to experience depression and panic attacks, according to his mother. Oh my god, this breaks my heart because I've been through that. I've been in not the abducted and beating part, but I have been molested as a child by a female cousin. I almost got raped walking home from work, and from another family member as well. So I do understand where he's coming from, and I could, and it does take a toll on you. It takes a full toll on you. You do not trust anybody. It took me a very long time to trust my daughter's father. Still to this day, it's hard. I do love him and everything, but it's hard when I jump when he touches me. When he tries to hug me, I push him away. But it's something that I'm working on. But it's not something that you work overnight. The molestation was from a cousin, and it happened when I was little. the almost raped happened, like so long ago, and the other rape, it happens. Well, it stopped happening because I'm not around that person anymore. But like I said, with my daughter's father, it did take me a while, and it's still to this day. It does. Mind you, we started dating in high school, but it does take a toll on you. The one thing that I do recommend is, if you're going through that type, or if you've been through that, please talk to someone. Do not keep it bottled up. If you don't want to talk to your family members, you could talk to me. I am a very open person when it comes to mental health, because I think mental health is very important to talk about. You should not hide your mental health. And if you don't want to talk to your family, I'm here for you. Let me know. I will give you my social media handles, and you can reach me any way that you will like. One of Shepard's friends feared that his depression had driven him to become involved with drugs during his time at the college. Multiple times, Shepard was hospitalized due to his clinical depression and suicide addiction. After graduating from high school in May of 1995, Shepard attended Camden College in North Carolina and Shepard College in Wyoming before settling in Denver, Colorado. Shepard became a first politics science major at the University of Wyoming and married with a minor in languages, and was chosen as the student representative for the Wyoming Environmental Counseling. If you see my daughter, that's my daughter right there. That's my twin. She's playing her little, I don't even know what she's playing, but she's playing something. That's right. That's her right there. Shepard was described by his father as an optimistic and accepting young man who had a specific gift of relating to almost everyone. He was the type of person who was very approachable and always looked to new challenges. Shepard had a great passion for equality and always stood up for those that acceptance of people's differences. Michael Joshua, who has been Shepard's friend and later created a documentary about him, My Shepard is a Friend of Mine, described him as a tender-hearted and kind person. So we're going to be talking about the night that the murder happened. So this is going to be a warning if you don't want to hear about this, because like I said, this is a hate crime. I did watch the documentary, and it broke my heart. And when I started telling myself that I do want to create another topic to talk about on my channel, hate crimes was one of them, and this was one of the ones that I wanted to really talk about. On the night of October 6, 1998, Shepard was approached by Aaron McKinney and Russell Henderson at the Fireside Lagoon in Lamine. All three men were in their early 20s. McKinney and Henderson offered to give Shepard a ride home. They secretly drove to a remote rural area and proceeded to rob, pistol whip, and torture Shepard, trying him to split wire fence and leaving him to die. It was nearly reported by the news that he had been tied to a barbed wire fence. Many media reports contain the graphic account of the pistol whipping and his fractured skull. Reports describe how Shepard was beaten so brutally that his face was completely covered in blood, except where it had been particularly cleansed by his ears. The assaulted girlfriends testified that neither McLean or Henderson was under the influence of the alcohol or other drugs at the time of the attack. McKinney and Anderson testified. Let me put my phone on silent, guys. I forgot to do that. The assaulting girlfriend. McKinney and Henderson testified that they learned of Shepard's address and intended to steal from his home as well. After attacking Shepard, leaving him tied to the fence in near freezing temperatures, McKinney and Henderson returned to town. McKinney proceeded to pick a fight with two men, 19-year-old Emilio Morales and 18-year-old Jeremy Herre. The fight resulted in head wounds to both Morales and McKinney. Police officer Flint Waters arrived at the scene of the fight. He arrested Anderson, searched McKinney's truck, and found a blood smear gun along with Shepard's shoes and a credit card. Henderson and McKinney later tied to tried to pressure their girlfriend to provide alibis for them and help them dispose of evidence. You know what? I'm glad that they got beat up by a 19-year-old and an 18-year-old, because they probably would have not gotten caught unless the girlfriend would have spoken. Because let me tell you, me as a girlfriend, if you come to me and you tell me you whipped somebody and left them in freezing cold in a fence, you and me are not a boyfriend and girlfriend move, but I'm about to go turn your butt to the cops. Bye. Over. I hope you do live a good life, a long, miserable life in prison, because me and you had just broken up, boo-boo. Still tied to the fence, Shepard was in a coma 18 hours after the attack, when he was discovered by Aaron Khaleesi, a cyclist who instantly mistook Shepard for a scarecrow. Regan Fluey, the first police officer to arrive at the scene, found Shepard alive but covered in blood. Shepard was transferred first to Evanston Memorial Hospital in Lanier before being moved. You know you're gonna choke yourself. That's my twin, y'all. A little princess over there, you see. Found Shepard alive but covered in blood. Shepard was transferred, before being moved to the more advanced trauma ward at Porterville Hospital in Fort Collins, Colorado. He has suffered fractures to the back of his head and front of his right ear. He experienced several brainstem damages, which affect his body's ability to regulate his heart rate, body temperature, and other variable functions. There were also 1,000 small lubrications around his head, face, neck. His injuries were deemed too severe for doctors to operate. Shepard never regained consciousness and remained on full life support. While he lay in intensive care in the days following the attack, candlelight villages were held in countries around the world. Shepard was pronounced dead 6 days after the attack at 12:53 a.m. on October 12 of 1998. He was 20 years old. McKinley and Henderson were arrested and intentionally charged with attempted murder, kidnap, and aggravated robbery. After Shepard's death, their charges were upgraded from attempted murder to first-degree murder, which meant that the two defendants were eligible for the death penalty. Their girlfriends, Christy Priest and Chelsea Paisley, were charged with being associates after the fact. On McKinley's November 19 trial hearing, Sergeant Rob Dabers testified that McKinney has stated in an interview on October 9 that he and Henderson has defining Shepard as a robbery target and pretended to be gay to lure him out to their truck. That McKinney had attacked Shepard after Shepard put his hand on McKinney's knee. Detective Ben Freens testified that Price stated McKinney told the violence against Shepard was triggered by how McKinney felt about gays. So you pretended to be gay, so I don't know how that is one of your excuses, because you pretended to be gay. So yeah, no. In December of 1998, Paisley pleaded guilty, being an accessory after the fact to first-degree murder, and on April 5th of 1999, Henderson avoided going to trial when he pleaded guilty to murder and kidnapping charges in order to avoid the death penalty. He agreed to testify against McKinney and was sentenced by District Judge Jeffrey A. Donald to 2 consecutive life terms. At Anderson's sentencing, his lawyer argued that Shepard has not been targeted because he was gay. Okay, sir. Whatever. McKinney trial took place on November 1999. Prosecutor Carl Roch alleged that McKinney and Anderson pretended to be gay to gain Shepard's trust. Price, McKinney's girlfriend, testified that Henderson and McKinney had pretended they were gay to get Shepard in the truck and rob him. McKinney's lawyer attempted to put forward a gay panic defense, arguing that McKinney was driven to temporary insanity by allegedly sexual events by Shepard. The defense was reacted by the judge. McKinney's lawyer stated that the two men wanted to rob Shepard but never intended to kill him. Roch argued that the killing had been premeditated, driven by greed and violence, rather than by Shepard's sexual orientation. The jury found McKinney not guilty of premeditating murder, but guilty of felony murder, and began to deliberate on the death penalty. Shepard's parents broke a deal that resulted in McKinney receiving 2 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. Henderson and McKinney were incarcerated in the Wyoming State Penitentiary in Rawlins and were later transferred to other prisons because of overcrowding. Following her testimony on McKinney's trial, Price pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of misdemeanor entrance with a police officer. Shepard's murder continued to attract public attention and the media coverage long after the trial was over. In 2004, the ABC News program 2020 aired a report by TV journalist Elizabeth Vargas. The quote statement by McKinley, Henderson, Price, Rocha, and a lead investigator. The statements alleged that the murder had not been motivated by Shepard's sexuality, but was primarily a drug-related robbery that had turned violent. Price said she had lied to the police about McKinney having been provoked by an unwanted sexual events from Shepard, telling Vargas, "I don't think it was a hate crime at all." Rocha said it was a murder that was once again driven by drugs. I do not believe that girl, okay? You could just, nah. You could throw that lie up in the window with you. No, it has something to do with a gay. Because he was gay. Now. How are you still defending your ex-boyfriend who's in prison? Mind you got in trouble for lying about where he was. No. We're not Bonnie and Clyde. I'm not your ride and die. Okay, I'm your ride and die, and depending on the situation, but not this situation. If you kill somebody, do not tell me to be your client and be, because I'm not lying for you, boo-boo. I'm about to say like a damn canarian. I'm about to tell on you. The report is criticized by GLAAD, a relying on speculation and statement by unrelatable individuals charting their stories. Judy Shepard, lawyer, described the report as an oversimplification, while Michael Adams of Lambert Lee described as an attempt to dictate the murder. So, members of the Westport Baptist Church, led by Fred Prels, received national attention for picking Shepard's funeral with the sign bearing homophobic slogans such as "Matt in Hell" and "God hates fags." Okay. I don't know how y'all know God personally, but we are all God children. Let me leave this to the end. Church members are also mount in gay practice during the trials of Anderson Kennedy in response to Romeo Peterson. One of Shepard's friends organized a group that assembled in circles around in the West Baptist Church prosters. The group wrote white robes and guinea wings assembled gay angels. They blocked the prosecutors. Despite this, Shepard parents were able to hear the poster shouting anti-gay remarks and comments describing towards them. The police invented and created a human barrier between the two groups. Angle action was found by Peterson in April 1999. And this is a story of... Oh my god. Okay, of Matthew. That's what I was going to say. First of all, if you do not like the gays, you don't agree with gays, and you do not support the LGBT community, you do not support the transgender, I suggest you get out of my Facebook. Block me out of your YouTube, because I will block you. I don't want to hear no gay, nothing. Let me tell you something. The way somebody lives, if it's not hurting you and it's not affecting you, then leave people alone, okay? Just because someone is gay, because they choose to be gay, or because somebody wants to be or is transgender, is it affecting your life? Is it really that bad? Is it affecting you? Is it hurting you? Someone else's decision of how they want to live their life, is it affecting you? That's what I'm trying to figure it out. Because it's not affecting me. I'd rather be with a gay person as a best friend. I'd rather be with a transgender as a best friend than anybody else. Why do you let people's choices of how they want to live affect your life? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then y'all want to sit here and say, God this, God that. God made us. This is how I live my life. God made us. God made us different. If we were the same. Hold on, guys. I'm thirsty. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, but I have been getting a lot of drinking a lot. Anyways, God made every single person different. Okay? God knows what is going to happen. Our lives are like a book. Okay? And in every single one of us have different chapters in our lives. Some of us will meet and come across each other. Some of us won't meet. But our lives is a book. And every book is different. Every chapter is different. We're in chapter 2025 in our lives. And the same people that were in your life in 2024 is not going to be in your life in 2025. And you're going to meet people in 2025 that may or may not be with you in the next chapter, 2026. You know what I'm saying? This is your chapter. My chapter is 2025. Last year in 2024, I don't have the same people in my life that I had last year. There are some people that I do still have this year in my life because I'm working in our relationship. But there's some people that I left behind in 2024 because I will not sit here and fix a relationship that I did not break. So let people be who they want to be. And if you don't like that, that's fine. But do not hate on them. If it's not bothering you, if it's not hurting you, let them be who they want to be. If God forbid that somebody tells me, I don't like you because you have red hair. One, I really don't care if you don't like me. I really don't. My family don't like me. So you not liking me ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I really don't understand. I really don't. It's just, why? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to take someone's life for what they are? If it's not affecting you, if it's not hurting you. Don't let hate make you do something that you will never do. Accept people for who they are. Because at the end of the day, we are humans. We all are humans, and God loves us. No matter what. No matter what. We will make mistakes. In every chapter of our lives, we will make mistakes. But the only person that will forgive us, if we ask for that forgiveness, is God. Other than that, nobody else. Stop living your life thinking that you're hurting someone else. No, live your life for you, not for anybody else, but for you. This is your chapter. 2025 is your chapter. And if you lost people in 2024, keep them there. Keep them in that chapter, because that chapter is gone. We're in 2025. Meet new people. You will probably meet the new people. You probably will. People that you did lose in 2025 and 2024 may come back depending on what the situation was. You know what I mean? And it just sucks that his parents, his friends, his brother had to lose him because two idiots wanted to rob him. And I'm sorry, but I do think that it has to do something with him being gay. I think it had to, because why would you pretend to be gay? That don't make no sense. Why would you pretend to be gay? If you robbing him was just the motivation, then you should have not pretended to be gay. If that was what you wanted, that's what you wanted to do. But for you to pretend that you were gay, that means that it was a hate crime. I said what I said. You're not gonna change my mind. But that is it, guys. That is it for today. I will see y'all soon with another video. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. And spring break is almost coming. If you're not from Houston, Texas, I don't know what happened, but apparently I found out that Houston is a new spring break destination. So a lot of people are coming from out of town here to Houston. Please don't go to Florida. Go to Florida. Houston is just it's a beautiful city. I ain't gonna lie. But no, y'all needs to go to Florida for y'all spring break. Don't bring y'all butt over here. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know that I got some new subscribers. If you are a new subscriber, please leave me your name on this video, and I will give you a shout out in the next video. Because I forgot to write your name, guys. But thank you so much once again. I really do appreciate it. Do not forget to subscribe, and I cannot wait to start talking about the other topics, which is gonna be haunted places in every single state.